Alright, so now we are looking at the character, and we're going to look at this right now. So if I was to print this, it would be on the base of the 3D printer right here. So this whole little tiny area would be holding up all of this weight. So obviously that would not work too well with 3D print. It has to have a nice flat surface. And with this character, I would also have a problem over here because it has overhanging arms. So it has support material that comes up, and all this would be probably under support material. So I can support material this character to death until he actually stood upright. Again, that always kind of leads to some kind of problematic thing. Some 3D printers will allow you to print something like this. The ones that aren't the extruded additive, but they're using like a goo that allows UVs to cure the goo, or something to superheat a powder that melts a plastic and it goes up 1 micron at a time. But usually what we have is extruded 3D printers right now, okay, on the market. So we kind of go to that standard. Let's go to object mode and let's add a cube to the scene. And we're going to take this cube and hit W on the keyboard and put it up right about here. And hit Z on the keyboard. So right in this area, you notice I have these glasses, and what I want to do is use this to my benefit and use that as a splitting point. So I'm going to be splitting this model up a few ways. 7 on the number pad. I'm going to lengthen this out a little bit. Something like this. Okay, 1 on the allows you to go back into the front, and tab allows you to go back. And Z allows you to go back to solid. So Z is your wireframe. And keep remembering tab goes to object mode and edit mode. So if you're at any time lost in these videos, just look over here. You'll also notice that the cube is separate from Nerdle. Okay. Whenever you add something to the scene, it has to be in object mode. So if I add in object mode, I add another cylinder, it'll make another separate part. But don't add things when you're in edit mode, or it will make them be joined automatically. Okay, so there's a little tip. Alright, so now let's go to the box and hit tab to get into its components. So let's go to the face, click on it. I'm going to duplicate this face using Shift and D, and then immediately right click. Then go Mesh, Vertices, Separate, Selection. This makes a separate part. See? Alright. Now with that as a separate part, it has separate components, including faces. So I went back to edit mode, clicked on that face. Control E to extrude. Right click. W on the keyboard. And I'm able to go right about to the shoulder mark here. Just a little bit above it. Alright. Control R allows you to insert an edge loop. Left click will put it into place. Right click will keep it centered. Okay, let's go back to face mode. I'm going to copy this face, Shift D, again right click, Mesh, Vertices, Separate, Selection. Go back to this one, Shift D, Mesh, Vertices, Separate, Selection. So now what I have there is I have this face and this face. Click on the one face, tab to go into edit mode. Control E. Bring that down. Click on this face. Control E. Tab to bring that down. Or Control E to bring that down. So if I go 7 on the number pad and Z, I have this character now. It has this box around him. And what I want to do is see the hand. I want to put this hand right in the smack middle of this line. There we go. So that's a division mark for the character, and you can see that happens with the feet too. So these are the pieces I need to split up, and what I've done is made this cage that allows me to cut them up. Alright, so that is constructing a cutting cage, I guess I'll call it. We'll go on to the next video where we cut them up.